It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's complete to Jeremy Ruckert. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Another run here with Hall. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Fields now on 2nd down. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On fourth down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. #1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Williams in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Patrick motioning here. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Next is 3rd and 14.
Third and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Jermaine Johnson, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Xavier Gibson to return for the Jets. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A give left side, here comes Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10. Fields. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On comes Thomas Morstead. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Goff to throw. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up first down.
This one caught by Patrick. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Still 2nd down.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing here is Goff. And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Panay Wanwu now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now he'll run. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he'll get this across midfield as it's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hall. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Fields from the gun on. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Lions have got it to the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. To throw is Field. This one caught by Lazard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Second down, it's Fields. He's across midfield. And he will score. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. He's got it. And the Jets are on the board. It's now 14-7. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Brock Wright. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now, Goff. That is caught. And he's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will take a 21-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over just before the half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Fields to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
A first down throw for Fields. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take it back to the other side of midfield. Fields now on second down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. First and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On first and 10, here's Goff. The pressure gets there. He'll go down. There's a penalty flag down as well. This could very well be a hold. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Lions will punt this ball away as he's on to punt for the second time. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Handoff. Here comes Hall. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They go play action with Fields. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Hall. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
First down. Fields. It is brought in by Josh Reynolds. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and goal. Here's Fields. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And Zerline comes back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the gun, it's Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On play action, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third down, 3 to go. To throw is Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Lions first down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, like, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Catch is made by Wright. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Now Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Here's Gibbs, and he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw is Fields. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing is Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He'll be brought down, short pickup, it's at the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. Gibbs with a 1st down and more. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Goff to throw on 1st down. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and a yard. They'll run with Gibbs. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. Stop short of the goal line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions are going to extend their lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But he'll gather it back in. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Second down, it's Fields. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Fields now on second down. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's very close to first down yardage. They're going to mark him shy, though, at the 48. Here's third down and a few inches. Fields to throw. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kick is good. Makes the score Lions 35, Jets 17.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. So it's a win here for the Lions. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory.